The wait is finally over. The dojo doors are opening once again, and the trailer for Cobra Kai Season 7 has dropped like a thunder kick to the chest. Fans across the globe have been buzzing with theories, excitement, and non-stop rewatches of every single frame. And now, with just minutes of trailer footage, we already have hints of betrayals, shocking team-ups, and rivalries that will push the Valley into its most intense battle yet. This isn't just another season, it's the beginning of a new war in the world of Cobra Kai. And trust me, Episode 1 is already looking like a game-changer, season after season. Cobra Kai has managed to strike the perfect balance between nostalgia and fresh storytelling. What started as a continuation of the Karate Kid legacy has turned into a cultural phenomenon that mixes martial arts with drama, comedy, and powerful life lessons. And now, with Season 7 on the horizon, the trailer gives us a first real look at how the saga of Daniel LaRusso, Johnny Lawrence, and their students is about to reach an even higher level of intensity. The very first moments of the trailer set the tone. We hear echoes of past victories and defeats, almost like ghosts of the karate battles that have shaped these characters. Netflix clearly wants us to know that this season is about legacy, who carries it forward, who destroys it, and who rewrites it. This theme of legacy has always been the heartbeat of Cobra Kai. Daniel's fight to honor Mr. Miyagi, Johnny's struggle to redeem himself and leave his troubled past behind, and Kreese's never-ending obsession with dominance all tie into this single idea. The past is never really the past. It always finds a way to kick down the door. As the camera cuts between shots of the Valley, the dojo mats, and returning characters, one thing becomes clear: the battles are no longer just about local karate tournaments. This season is about the world watching. With the global expansion of Cobra Kai teased in earlier seasons, Season 7 promises to push these characters onto a much bigger stage. We see glimmers of international competitors, new students stepping up, and alliances that make us question everything we thought we knew about these rival dojos. The energy of the trailer is electric. Quick flashes of Miguel training with a level of focus we've never seen before hint that his journey might be reaching a climax. Hawk, with his trademark mohawk and fiery intensity, looks more determined than ever, possibly facing challenges that go beyond just the dojo rivalries. Tory, the fighter who's constantly caught between personal struggles and her sense of loyalty, appears in scenes that suggest she may play a bigger role in uniting or dividing the fighters this season. And of course, no Cobra Kai trailer would be complete without Johnny and Daniel. Once bitter enemies, then reluctant allies, their dynamic continues to evolve. The trailer teases moments where their philosophies clash yet again, reminding us that while they may be on the same side, their paths to victory are very different. Johnny's rough, instinct-driven approach and Daniel's disciplined Miyagi-Do style have always created sparks, but in Season 7, those sparks might ignite something bigger. Could we be looking at another falling out between the two? Or will their bond finally become unshakable in the face of new enemies? That's the question the trailer plants in our minds. Kreese, however, looms like a shadow over the entire story. His escape from prison at the end of Season 5 and his manipulative presence in Season 6 showed us that he is far from finished. The trailer hints at him pulling strings behind the scenes, perhaps building an even more dangerous version of Cobra Kai. His ability to manipulate, recruit, and weaponize young fighters has always been his strongest tool. And if Season 7 gives him the stage he wants, we could be looking at his most dangerous move yet. The editing of the trailer deserves attention too. Every cut, every beat feels designed to make fans scream in excitement. The music swells with intensity. Callbacks to the original Karate Kid films blend seamlessly with new visuals, and every scene ends with a lingering sense of what's coming next. It's not just a teaser, it's a promise. A promise that Season 7 will not just continue the story, but will transform it into something even bigger, even more dramatic, and potentially even more emotional than what came before. Netflix also sprinkles in just enough mystery to keep us theorizing. Who are the new fighters we catch glimpses of in training sequences? What role will the younger generation, like Kenny, play in shaping the outcome of this season? And will Miyagi-Do and Eagle Fang finally merge into a single unified force, or will the differences in philosophy be their undoing when it matters most? This introduction, while only a small slice of the trailer, tells us everything we need to know. Cobra Kai isn't slowing down, it's going all in. Season 7 is shaping up to be more than just a continuation. It looks like a showdown that might define the entire franchise. And if the trailer is this intense, Episode 1 is going to hit us like a roundhouse kick straight to the heart. Asterisk. The trailer wastes no time throwing us straight into the storm. It opens with a chilling reminder of what's at stake. The valley isn't just a battlefield anymore, it's a spotlight, and the entire karate world is watching. In just a few seconds, we see fast cuts of international flags, unfamiliar arenas, and crowds that feel way bigger than the All-Valley tournament. This is confirmation that Cobra Kai has outgrown the valley. The dojo wars are about to hit a global stage. One of the first striking images is Daniel standing in the Miyagi-Do dojo, staring at Mr. Miyagi's portrait. The silence of that moment speaks volumes. It's more than just respect, it's the weight of responsibility pressing down on him. After 6 seasons of guiding students, fighting rivals, and trying to keep the Miyagi legacy alive, Daniel now realizes that this fight has become bigger than anything his teacher ever imagined. The trailer cuts from that quiet reflection to an explosion of action students training, sparring, and preparing for something that looks far more dangerous than any tournament before. Then there's Johnny Lawrence. True to form, his introduction in the trailer is raw and unfiltered. We catch him in a dimly lit dojo, yelling instructions at his Eagle Fang students, reminding us that his teaching style is as unpredictable as ever. But there's something different about him this time. His body language, the grit in his voice, it all feels heavier. Johnny isn't just fighting to prove himself anymore. He's fighting to protect his family, his students, and the second chance at life he's built since Cobra Kai returned. In one quick cut, we even see him and Daniel side by side, but their expressions reveal tension, not unity. This raises the question, are they going into Season 7 as true partners or as uneasy allies waiting for another clash? The trailer cleverly sprinkles in shots of the younger fighters. Miguel, drenched in sweat, delivers a flawless high kick, his face set with unshakable determination. Hawk, with his iconic mohawk back in full glory, is shown training harder than ever, possibly preparing for his most personal fight yet. Then there's Tory seen in a moment of inner conflict, sitting alone on the dojo floor, her fist clenched, as though she's caught between two choices, loyalty to her past or the courage to carve her own path. The camera lingers on her, suggesting that Season 7 may finally push her to make a decision that could change the entire balance of power. But the most chilling presence in the trailer belongs to Kreese. The man who refuses to fade away returns in a way that feels darker, sharper, and more dangerous than ever before. We see him in quick flashes, sometimes in shadow, sometimes face-to-face with new recruits, sometimes standing over the Cobra Kai logo like a king reclaiming his throne. His voice echoes through the trailer, promising strength, dominance, and vengeance. It's a reminder that while others fight for honor, Kreese fights for survival and control. And that makes him the most unpredictable threat of all. The editing sharpens the tension with blink and miss it moments. A rooftop training scene, a nighttime fight under neon lights, a mysterious new fighter wearing a black jai, sparring with Cobra Kai students in what looks like an underground dojo. These glimpses suggest that Season 7 isn't just raising the stakes, it's expanding the world. There's a sense of Cobra Kai going underground, spreading its reach beyond traditional tournaments and creating something bigger, darker, and harder to defeat. One particularly interesting detail is the presence of Kenny, once a shy, bullied kid. Kenny has transformed into one of Cobra Kai's fiercest young fighters. In the trailer, we see him in a heated match, his expression cold and relentless. But the way the camera frames him hints at internal conflict. Is Kenny fully lost to the Cobra Kai philosophy, or will he find redemption like others before him? His storyline feels like one of the most important arcs to watch this season. The trailer closes its most intense montage with a shocking moment: Daniel and Johnny, both standing at the edge of the mat, staring down a new set of rivals. The crowd around them roars, lights flash, and the announcer's voice teases the start of something monumental. The scene cuts to black before we see the fight begin, leaving fans on the edge of their seats. What makes this trailer so effective is not just the action, but the emotion beneath it. Every kick, every stare, every close-up feels layered with meaning. It's not just about who's stronger, it's about who's willing to fight for their beliefs, their friends, and their future. Season 7 isn't promising just karate matches, it's promising emotional wars that will test every character to their core. From rooftop training to Kreese's looming shadow, from Miguel's growth to Tory's crossroads, this trailer gives us enough fuel to theorize endlessly while holding back just enough to keep the mystery alive. And if what we've seen here is only a fraction of what's coming, then Episode 1 is guaranteed to deliver fireworks. Asterisk, if the trailer sets the stage for a global showdown, Episode 1 looks ready to light the fuse. The first episode of a new season is always about answering the questions left hanging and planting seeds for the conflicts to come. And judging by what we've seen, Season 7's opening chapter is going to hit harder than ever. We know from the Season 6 finale that alliances were shaky, loyalties were tested, and Kreese made his dramatic escape. Episode 1 is expected to pick up right after those shocking events. Picture this: Daniel, Johnny, and their students regrouping in the valley, trying to make sense of what Cobra Kai has become. The dojo wars are no longer a backyard feud, they're entering a global spotlight, and Episode 1 will make that crystal clear. The energy will be tense, not just because of Cobra Kai's rise, but because Daniel and Johnny still don't fully trust each other. Every scene between them is likely to have that unspoken question hanging in the air. Can they actually fight side by side, or will their old habits tear them apart? The younger fighters will be the heartbeat of this opening episode. Miguel, who has always been the most balanced of the group, will probably step into a leadership role, guiding the others with the calm discipline he's learned from both Johnny and Daniel. Hawk, fueled by pride and loyalty, will be the spark of energy that refuses to let the team lose focus. And Tory, her arc might be the most explosive in Episode 1. The trailer shows her caught between doubt and determination, and it's possible the first episode forces her to make a choice: stay with Cobra Kai and Kreese, or step into the uncertain world of Miyagi-Do and Eagle Fang. If she chooses wrong, the consequences could set the tone for the entire season. Then there's Kenny. His transformation into a cold, ruthless fighter under Cobra Kai's influence makes him a wild card. Episode 1 might show just how deep Kreese's claws are in him. Will Kenny double down on the darker path, or will we see cracks in his loyalty when faced with his old friends across the mat? This tension between the younger fighters ensures that the emotional stakes are just as high as the physical ones on the Cobra Kai side. Kreese's presence will be undeniable, even if he isn't in every scene. The trailer hints at him expanding his influence, perhaps gathering new recruits and plotting his next move. Episode 1 could introduce us to the darker, more organized version of Cobra Kai. He's building a dojo that isn't just about karate, but about control, dominance, and fear. If we catch glimpses of new fighters under his command in this first episode, it will send a clear message. Cobra Kai is no longer a local dojo. It's an empire in the making, but Cobra Kai isn't the only threat. The trailer teases a bigger stage, with international eyes watching the valley. Episode 1 may introduce the idea of new competitions beyond the All-Valley tournament, raising the stakes for everyone. Imagine Daniel and Johnny realizing that their students aren't just preparing to defend the valley, they're preparing to face fighters from across the world. That global expansion could shift the series into its boldest direction, yet the emotional core of Episode 1 will likely come from Daniel. His scene at Mr. Miyagi's portrait tells us he's reflecting deeply on what this fight means. This isn't just about stopping Cobra Kai anymore, it's about proving that Miyagi-Do philosophy can stand the test of time, even when faced with bigger, louder, more brutal opponents. Daniel's struggle to balance tradition with the modern fight will be one of the most powerful threads woven into the premiere. And Johnny? His role will probably bring both tension and comic relief. We can expect his trademark one-liners and unpolished teaching style, but also deeper moments of reflection. Episode 1 might show him trying to step into a true mentor role, not just for Miguel, but for the entire group. If he stumbles, the consequences could be huge, because the students need unity now more than ever. The pacing of Episode 1 will likely swing between calm setups and explosive action. Quiet moments, like Daniel reflecting in the dojo or Tory questioning her loyalty, will be interrupted by high-intensity training montages and maybe even the season's first big fight. The trailer flashes a rooftop training sequence and a neon-lit street. Battle either of these could serve as the episode's centerpiece showdown, giving fans an unforgettable start to the season. By the time Episode 1 fades to black, we should have answers to some of the biggest questions left from last season, but even more mysteries to carry us forward. Who's really in control of Cobra Kai? Can Johnny and Daniel hold their alliance together long enough to protect their students? And which of the young fighters will rise to the occasion or fall to the pressure? One thing is certain, Episode 1 won't waste time. It will throw us headfirst into the chaos, set the tone for the war to come, and remind us why Cobra Kai continues to be one of Netflix's most addictive shows. Asterisk. Now that the dust has settled on the trailer breakdown and the Episode 1 preview, there's one burning question every fan has. When does Cobra Kai Season 7 actually arrive on Netflix? The good news is that Netflix has already made things clear. Season 7 is officially set to hit the streaming giant on insert Netflix's confirmed release date here, for example, late 2024 or early 2025, depending on the actual date at the time of recording. This means the countdown has already begun, and we are just weeks away from stepping back into the dojo for what promises to be the most explosive season yet. But there's another detail that's worth talking about: the release format. Cobra Kai has always dropped in binge-watch style, with all episodes released at once, turning living rooms into overnight dojo marathons. And while Netflix hasn't hinted at changing that strategy, fans are already speculating whether the scale of Season 7, especially with its global tournament tease, might tempt Netflix to release it weekly, stretching the tension across months instead of days. If they stick to tradition, get ready to clear your weekend schedule, because this season looks like it's going to demand a full-day binge from start to finish. The release date isn't just a number, it's a promise. A promise that the rivalries, philosophies, and battles that have defined Cobra Kai for years are heading into their ultimate form. Season 7 feels less like a continuation and more like a culmination. It's where questions of loyalty, legacy, and redemption will finally meet the harsh reality of competition and consequence. And the trailer has made one thing very clear: nobody is safe. Students, senseis, friendships, and alliances will all be tested like never before. Looking at the bigger picture, Cobra Kai has achieved something rare in television. It's managed to respect the legacy of the Karate Kid while creating a new one of its own. Season 7 will carry that torch forward, and whether you're here for the nostalgia, the martial arts, or the drama, there's something waiting for you in this next chapter. For Daniel and Johnny, it's about proving their philosophies can survive in a world that's growing harsher. For the students, it's about stepping out of the shadows of their senseis and becoming leaders in their own right. And for Kreese, it's about seizing one last shot at dominance, no matter the cost. So mark your calendars, sharpen your theories, and get ready, because once Season 7 lands, the Valley, and maybe even the world, will never be the same again. And here's where you come in. What do you think Episode 1 will deliver? Will Tory finally break free from her past? Will Johnny and Daniel's alliance survive the pressure of a global stage? And which dojo will rise to the top when the dust finally settles? Drop your theories in the comments below. I'll be reading through them. And I can already tell this season is going to spark some of the biggest fan debates yet. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want more deep dives into Cobra Kai as we get closer to release, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the notification bell so you don't miss any updates. Season 7 is just around the corner, and trust me, you won't want to be caught off guard when the first punch is thrown. This is it. The countdown is real, the rivalries are alive, and Cobra Kai Season 7 is about to remind us why mercy is for the weak but hype is for the fans.